Married at First Sight, season 2. What was that? What did we just see? Okay. Hey guys, Gina Sharon Silwana. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you are part of my growing community. It's still so fresh in my mind, the reunion that is. So let's jump right into it. The concept of married at first sight on its own is like a bit chaotic. So we're not discussing the concept of marrying a man, meeting a man at the altar and marrying him. That alone is like crazy business, right? We're discussing the show in itself. There's a show, it's a social experiment. Let's not dive in the results of what the social experiment was. Is the concept a little bit wild? No, it is extremely wild. It is a crazy concept to meet someone that you do not know from a bar of soap and want to permanently commit with. But I ate up the content. I enjoyed it so much from a social experiment perspective. So let's dig right into it. Let's just have a quick debrief and just talk about the 14 seasons we've just watched. What was happening? What was going on? Okay, couple by couple, let's start. Let's start with Makoto and Nkuleko. Let us talk about Nkuleko. Pastor Breezy. No, my dear. Like, you are a pathological liar. You know what, guys? I honestly understand half the time where Makoto comes from, because you are so two-faced. Why are you one person when the cameras are on and a completely different person when the cameras are off? Who are you really? Who are you really, and what are you about? Like, why are you lying so confidently? Like, why do you find it so easy to be two people? No, Makoto, your anger and rage is warranted, okay? Gulego is a fraud, man. There are so many things that angered me when it comes to Pastor Breezy. So many things have angered me when it comes to Pastor Breezy. So many. First of all, you're a pathological liar, like I said. You are living two lives. You are dishonest with yourself, and you are actually giving Christianity such a bad light, because who are you really? Like, who are you really? I honestly would be as mad and angry as Makoto, because warranted. Now you're making me look like a fool because when the cameras are in our house, you are an angel. I warranted. I get her. And I would be as livid as she is, because what is that? And then, like, he always wants to be like a level up. Like, at the end of the reunion, Makoto's like, I'm going to my man. He's like, I'm going to my fiance. Like, my brother, what is this? You- like, why are you trying to always be one up? No, please. I personally love Makoto. I enjoyed her. Um, I just want my baby girl to go for therapy and to go for counseling so that she can be a lot less angry, a lot less, like, she's full of anger. And I think it has to do with her family, her dad, the rejection, her mom's loss. So I just feel like she's harboring a lot of anger. Hence, she's always in fight mode, you know? So that part, I was also always just like, okay, my baby girl, at least we've got context in terms of where all of this hurt and rage comes from, but do some inner work. So, my girl, do get a therapist, get a counselor, do the inner work, you'll be fine. I also want you to land a job. I want you to land a job. If acting is taking too long and it's too slow, I want you to start looking at other avenues while your acting gigs come up, because this man is now going on social media on his Instagram, posting the proof of payment where he has sent you 200 rand. Now you are giving this fraud an upper hand over your life because of 300, because of 500 makoto, because of 800 rand. Like, this man is pulling receipts where he has sent, like, where he has sent you 200 rand, and like today he is looking like a king, like he's looking like your savior, like you needed him, like he saved you from financial distress. Got 200 rand. The most I've seen from those screenshots, 800. No one should ever claim to change your life, got 800 rands. So I don't want you to live this again. So my girl, get a job while you're waiting for those acting gigs, because nagana flexing gore you rometse motho like 800. Nagana flexing that you send someone 200 rand. 200 rand? And you posting receipts on social media. Let it be something that you know that you have done. Sana, do not ever give a man the upper hand, because why is he going on excited on his stories like, I done saved her financially, I came through for her? That 300 rand, please get out of here. So I don't like him. I just feel like he wishy. He, wherever the wind blows, he is. Episode 13, he's chilling with his friends, drinking. I get when you said you don't drink, you do not smoke, you are a man of God. Makoto came through and told us, you are only a man of God when the cameras are in the house. When the cameras are not there, you drink, you smoke. But you came and looked at us in the screens and said, you are a man of God. Episode 13, you are with your buddies drinking alcohol. Did you forget to ask the cameras to cut that part out? Or did you forget to take the bottle out of sight when the cameras arrived? One thing about frauds, you will always be caught. Because how are you going to maintain a life that is a lie 24/7? You are not going to be able to do that. Episode 13, he's busy saying to his buddies that they are going to divorce. He's not going to recommit. She is a scam. She is whatever. She hurts him. She does this and does that. Why are you then recommitting at the end of the season? Run it past me again. Why are you recommitting? Like, why don't you have a backbone? Like, you said you're not gonna recommit. Why are you recommitting? I am so glad that Makoto said she's not recommitting and she didn't. Like, why can't people make a decision with their chest and see it through to completion? Why? No. So I am happy that those two did not go anywhere further with each other, because there is a whole lot of toxicity happening there. And Makoto, my girl, also, you like running away from issues. You like walking away from issues. But I think it'll help when you start getting counseling and therapy. I think that's going to help you a great deal. But you're going to find your man, my girl, who's going to take care of you. But you must also have your own. Like, a man must never brag about sending you 300 randa. Awa. No. Okay, that's them. I honestly feel like Pastor Breezy is a big scam. Makoto, I love her energy. I love her vibe. My girl just needs to do some healing, and then she'll be good and ready for her life partner whenever they meet. Okay, so that's the first rundown. Second one, we have got Palesa and Tepo. Like, Tepo, are you alright? And also at the beginning, I was rooting for them. Like the first two episodes, I was like, yeah, these ones, there's a lot of potential. Tepo is like bottom of the barrel for me on that show. Like, even Pastor Breeze is above him. Like, Tepo is like, I don't rate him. Like, last number, he's like the bottom of the barrel. Like, his the worst that's come out from the show is him. He needs to go do some inner work. He needs to go and do some character development. Take some short course nyana here and there and do some inner work. Okay, I've got so much to say about them. Let me run it down nicely. Tepo for me was a big liar. Like, he walks out of situations. Like, for me, like, leaving home, leaving the wife, working out, never speaking to anything, never actually concluding anything. He never has anything to say. Yeah, nanje, kiskepsel, wapila. No, no. But what I don't agree with Palesa is when they started having fights and arguments. When Tepo came home the night where he was with his colleagues, and he came back home late at night, Palesa locked the doors and did not allow him in. That's why I was just like, my baby, this is your husband. Let the man come in. You can decide whether you want to talk about it now, talk about it tomorrow. Let him in and decide whether you want in or out. There, I completely disagreed with you. When that man came home in the AMs, yours was to open the door and let a man into his home. Because that is both of y'all's home. You will deal with the anger, rage, disappointment, fights later on. Everything that Palisa has said to Tepo and about Tepo, I get it. Firstly, like, Tepo has nothing to say to a point where he uses the stuff that you told him in your vulnerable moments on camera. That's when I was like, you deserve everything that Palisa has said to you. I'm sitting with you during pillow talk and I'm telling you the vulnerable things that my father said to me. You use the things I told you in my vulnerability, where I said my father said I was ugly, hey, 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 hey. And you're going to use that with me in a fight. I can even imagine she was probably crying when she was saying that. And he's thinking, one day, one day. And in a moment where he was actually supposed to articulate how he's feeling, he stoops very low and talks about, that's why your father did you this and that to you. My man. Mm-mm. 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 Oh my gosh, no. 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 Also, at the reunion, the biggest shock for me was Tepo's ex-girlfriend, Pearl. Not only was I shocked that Pearl is my colleague. Girl, I was shocked that you dated Tepo for 4 years. You've been going back and forth in a relationship with Tepo for 4 years. You've been giving Tepo so many chances at love. Icona. My baby. Choose yourself. I'm glad you finally chose yourself. I am glad you finally chose yourself. And it came out at the reunion that the night when Tepo was with his friends, he later went and slept with who? Oh, slept at whose place? Pearl. Nakona Pearl was asking him questions that he was not able to answer. So Pearl came on the show to be like, Balisa, you are not mad. This man is a liar. He's a narcissist. So for every woman who thought you were lying, let me tell them that he is exactly the same man that he was to you, to me. No, 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 no. Oh, but I loved seeing Pearl. Like, she came there and she was like, what the hell is this? This man must open his mouth and speak. He always gets away with saying nothing. Today he must open his mouth and talk. But obviously, in Truth's Hepper style, he did not articulate himself in any way or form. That's why he needs a career development crash course, because he needs to be able to speak and articulate himself. This thing of him always checking out, what relationship is he gonna be in that's gonna be fruitful if he's always checking out, if he's always walking away, if he's always finding himself at houses study X while he's trying to build a home with someone. No, please. Oh, please, no. Zero regard for him. Balisa, when Tepo was going low, he said, you want to go low and talk about my dad and what he did to me and what I told you in confidence? I will go to hell. And my girl went straight to the devil's courtyard, my sister. But you know what? I am proud of you, because that is how you deal with an abusive man. That is how you deal with a narcissist. Go to hell with him. If that's a game he wants to play, oh please. A whole man fighting over who must have the last lemon cream. A whole man disconnecting you from Netflix. Netflix, yeah? Oh, my dear. Netflix, yeah, 200 randa. When you are mad, you go and change your Netflix password. Are you crazy? Like, I will actually create my own Netflix account. That's how much I don't care. Like, are you mad? Netflix at 200 randa. Awungeke. No ways. Tepo is a diva. Like, he's everything that Palisa said he is. Diva, my brother. And you need to come down from that high horse. And you know what? You deserve everything. All of it. And I'm going to need you to learn how to open your mouth and articulate yourself, rather than walking away and not speaking about situations where they need you to speak because you were part of the conversation. Girl, Balisa, I know you came in there wanting love, girl. I'm so sorry that was the card that you were dealt. Like, I would have done the same. I get you. Like, no, that man played you like a fool. And you know what? Happy that you are where you are right now. Heal from that disappointment and stop crying over him, because he does not even deserve your tears. Yeah, no, he deserves none of that. Like, but you'll do the work. You see where Pearl is? Pearl is just like, dude, open your mouth and talk. And she's doing it with a lot of poise. But you'll also get that Minos are still very fresh. She's maybe had a lot of time to deal with it, okay? But like, bottom of the food chain for me, Tepo. OMG. No. Up next, we have Melissa and Temba. Okay. You know, like my biggest prayer in life is that I may not wake up one day and be delusional like Nelisa. May I never wake up one day and the signs are there, but the flags are there and they are waving, but I am looking at them as flags of peace and flags of love and joy. I do not want that level of delusion to locate me. Like, may my friends beat it out of me. May my family call me to order. May my friends drag that delusion out of me. Sana, may my friends beat me to reality. Because what the heck? You know, one thing as a woman is believing that you are the exception. It's believing that he's not going to do what he did to her to you. That man is going to do that to you too. Like, what makes you feel like you are a tad special? What makes you, why are you so certain? Oh my dear Nelisa. Like she has, oh Sana. She believes everything that man says. Every single bit of it. And that man is a liar. Like he was on the show, sleeping with you, and going back to the house. Goes ponono. And he still managed to talk you into committing to him and staying married to him. And now even like taking it further and getting to the Lobola negotiations. My sister, when is the light going to shine? When are you gonna allow the light to shine? When are you actually going to snap out of it? The thing now with Unelisa, right, is that she came to the show very like, maybe she wasn't desperate, but like she was very like hungry for love, you know? She was hungry for love, she was hungry for marriage, she was hungry for intimacy, intercourse. She was very, very like ready and happy to receive. So she took it a little bit too far when she's not listening to the experts. She's not listening to anyone else in the room. She's not listening to Sponono. She is listening to who? Her man. Who is obviously and clearly lying to her. You are lying. If Sponono did not come to the show, we would actually have not found out that you are a liar. That you want your bread buttered on both sides. I'm so happy she came on the show because one day when who's this? When Lungelo KM asks Nelisa how is her heart, we will all be there. Because what is going to make you so different? Why do you think you are the exception? You are not. He is going to play you just as much as he played her. No, my darling. No, 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 no. But you know what? I wish you all the best with your man. I hope for you the best. I really hope to not see you on a podcast. I really love that Sponana went on the show to like bring us to light of the fact that Tepo imanawamaka, you know? But I also do not like how she went about her relationship with Tepo. Like, it was when she came on the show and said with so much confidence that her and Tepo are not intimate, and she knows that Tepo has self-control. Why are you baiting a man with intimacy? Why not order DJ? Or a DJ on self-control. You are confidently coming to tell us that you are not sleeping with your husband for months on end, for 8 months, because he's got self-control. And you are happy with that because he's got self-control. My sister, what were you doing in the marriage? Like, what was your guys' arrangement in your marriage? To go for 8 months without sleeping with your husband? To go for months on end without sleeping with your husband? No, I think for me, Sponono used, I think she used sex as bait. They'll only sleep, yeah, and she was confident that the man is not sleeping around. Country, my sister, he was sleeping around with Nelisa on the show. When you were thinking that he is not, news flash, don't ever have that amount of confidence again to go on a show and say your husband has self-control. He can go without intimacy for 8 months. No. I think for me that's when I was just like, baby girl. So like, yeah, he played you, but like, now my dear, no. Didn't agree with you on that part, but you know what? I wish you and the kids everything of the best. Clearly because they are very happily married and lobola negotiations have started as per Balisa's words. So I wish you healing, my dear. But in your next marriage, please do not use sex as bait. Or like, no. Up next, I want to talk about... Who are we talking about now? Who's the last couple? Oh, Portia. I want to talk about Portia and Bongani. Portia. You really hurt that man's feelings. I think your diary sessions are what hurt him the most. Because we watched you for 13 weeks saying that that man is ugly. I think at some point, even if he was a strong man, that level of hurt got to him. Like that level of passion in your words to say that he's unattractive and all of that. Like it really got to him. I think he probably wanted to give you a chance, but to a certain degree, he was just like, this lady hates my face. So there's nothing here. Whether you stayed with Bongani because of the Portia or not is either here nor there, because we started seeing a change in you after you got into the Porsche. So maybe it is just a matter of coincidence. Hence, we are all saying that it is his money that made you change your narrative and started seeing him differently. That's where we are coming from. We are not saying you're not a cheese girl. You want that to be your mantra and your thing. Take it, which is girl. But the timing of when things started to change is a bit sus on our end. Okay? That's exactly where the girlies are coming from. But outside of that, personally, guys, I don't think Bongani is an ugly man. Like, ugly to a point where we are reminded of his looks every week. Uh-uh. I get that she wanted a tall, dark, and handsome man, but I personally feel like Bongani is what an average South African man looks like. Like, half of the men in the country look like him. You said he even looks like your dad. So I think it's a conversation where you could have said Bongani is not my type. But like to ugly shame him every single week on national TV for 13 weeks was a little bit of a stretch. We get that he was not your type, but you came in a little bit too strong on that fact to a point where it actually hurt his feelings. It hurt our feelings watching it. So imagine him being the actual receiver of this. I think that's why he watched those diary sessions and he probably looked himself in the mirror and thought, am I that ugly? Like, what's happening? What is happening? No, that was very, very hurtful. Like, I cannot imagine someone week in, week out, sitting with the ngongoshes, sitting with the friends, sitting with everyone, and talking about how ugly I am. I would be so hurt, devastated. That time we are trying to build a future together. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. For once, like the first 3 episodes, okay, yeah, you were disappointed in what you got because you always date handsome men. But every episode, Kwena, telling us about how ugly Bongani is. Ah, my sister, we got it in the first 3 episodes. We really did. We honestly got that you could not fake force chemistry and sexual attraction. We get it. But to be reminded of how he looks every week, you took it a bit too far. To be reminded that when you only date handsome men, you took it a little bit too far. And now it looks at the reunion as if the girl is actually becoming fond of Bongani. Whether she's in love, I don't know, but their body language is very much like she wants in shame. Even when Rilebobile was asking, is the feeling mutual? Are you also divorcing? She was like, mm. And she's like, are you sure? She's like, mm. And I was like, baby girl, are you in love with this ugly man in your eyes? Did you catch feelings with this ugly man? Because now you said he's ugly every week. But now are you now in love with him? What is the tea? Oh, she looked so in love. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but like I enjoyed Portia Shem. Just like I enjoyed and I think I would have loved to see them as a couple. Like yeah, but I think Portia really hurt that man's self-esteem and his ego. And I get why he wouldn't want to be married to her. Because I feel like he cannot forget those words. Like they've dented his confidence and his self-esteem. So I feel like it's something he can't walk past, you know? Or maybe he used to think he was like very, very handsome. And now this like dipped his self-esteem greatly. But I feel like they could have been a cute couple. You know, who knows? I think for me, if I had to rate the guys, Bongani came across as a good guy for me. I really like a gentleman, man. I enjoyed him when he was speaking to his wife, even how he took it on. Bandla, to the wife says he's not pleasant to look at. Like he took it on like, like a man. Even how he was helping other couples resolve conflict. I really enjoyed his logic. Like, I really enjoyed watching him navigate in different scenarios. When he was speaking to the experts, I really enjoyed him. I think he's very mature of a man. He's the most mature man on the show in season 2. In my perspective. I feel like he's a gentleman, Vandla, and I hope his books sell. You know what I mean? Like, shame, buy his books, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, buy his books. Anyway, but what I did not agree with Upongan, there was the whole scenario where a girl called him, and whether it was an ex or whatever it was, a fling, and now the girl is disrespecting your wife and calling your wife a derogatory name. Anyway, now you are laughing. Where's the joke? Why are you allowing another woman to disrespect your wife and you are finding it funny? That's not normal. Like, why are you not calling out your floozies for disrespecting your wife? Like, where do men draw the line? Like, like, where do men actually draw the line and say, you are overstepping? She is my wife. I might be kiki kakering with you here, but stop the bus right there. You are not going to disrespect my wife. Like, why are you giggling when your wife is being called a derogatory term? The same wife who just dropped you off at the airport 2 seconds ago. No. No, 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 no. No. I think for me that I was just like, Bongani, is this you? You are letting me down. And also how he was not apologetic about it afterwards. Like, ikai remorse, ikai accountability. Portia's disappointment was very warranted. Very much warranted. And I honestly and truly feel like the speech she had prepared for the recommitment session was her recommitting to Ubongani. But the reason she did not commit was because Ubongani was like, I don't know. Another thing I do not agree with Libongani. Like, guys, why can't you just make up your mind and stick to something you want or you don't want with your chest? Why are you going to a recommitting ceremony and getting there and not saying you are in or you are out? Like, why? If you'd want out, go to the recommitment ceremony and say, go pelile, go pelile. Like, why must the ngongoshes get you into recommitting? Why must they now be the reason why you say, oh yeah, we are gonna continue with my wife? Like, a yes must be a yes and no must be a no. And that's that. You are not going to be neither here or there. Because Portia changed her language when she realized this man Hannah stand black. Are you in or are you out? She even stopped reading from her script and started speaking from her mind because what was on the script was recommitment. But when she realized that this man, I don't know whether he's coming or going, he started speaking from the mind because now I can't just allow myself to be rejected. She has pride. When they sit there with all ngongoshe, then he's like, yeah, we will continue. Did you need them to realize that you will continue? When you left home for the ceremony, what was on your mind? Guys, muna have a backbone. Ow, ow, ay. No. You're either in or you are out. You're either coming or you are leaving. So I do not like the fact that he's always unsure. At least at the reunion, he said we separated. I mean, their body language, they're holding hands 1 minute, 1 minute they're leaning into each other. I mean, more Palisa than him. But like, still, the body language is saying, if we just iron things out. But I mean, Palisa said that they tried. I mean, Portia, why do I keep saying Palisa? Portia did say that they tried. But I could say it didn't work. Another thing about Tepo that I don't like, he is so much of a mama's boy. Like, my mother. That's why my mother. That's why my mother. No, but my mother said you can't come to the house for them to meet you and do Makoti duties. No, but like my mother said. How old are you again? Everything, Wumma. Oh, what? How when? Like, no. No, 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 no. Leave and cleave. Hi, bo. Love your mother. Respect your mother. But your mother in every second conversation in your marital home. Oh, gay, pale. How? Uh-uh. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. He is too much of a mama's boy who makes decisions based off what his mother wants. Zero accountability, no backbone, no decision making on his end, nothing. It's always about my mom, running to his mom to talk about his relationship and marriage issues. Like, it's giving toxic. Like, you're gonna tell your mom to send a voice note saying things must be done right, and your mother actually does it. The same mother who came to the wedding is now changing her script because now the child said, "Hi, mama, she kicked me out of home last night, so you must say that she mustn't come home in Kotiza." Wa bona bana ba bomma ba borare ba fitlha gana mooki. Decenter your mom, actually, and center your wife. I am going to need you to do that. The Bible is also going to need you to do that. Because how are you going to build if you've placed your mom on a very high pedestal? No, 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 no. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed season 2. I really feel like it came through for us greatly. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching it. The perspective of, yeah, I think I really enjoyed watching it. I mean, personally would never do that. Of course, I'm already married, but even if I wasn't, no. Finding out that your husband has children at the altar is crazy to me. What? No, no, crazy. Mina, guys, personally, I did enjoy the show. I think it was a really good season of Married at First Sight. I ate that content up, okay? Listen, I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. So, and I know that the views expressed on the show are my views, and you didn't agree with my views here or there. You might not have agreed with everything I said. Let me know which couple you were rooting for. Let me know where you don't agree with me. Let me know what your thoughts are about certain people. Let me know who was your favorite character, who had potential of being your favorite couple. Yeah, indulge me in the comment section. Anyway, I'll see you in my next upload. I'll see you in my next videos. Until then, bye.